We can, in fact, invent arithmetic purely in the query system. There's things like invent plus. You represent the number 5 as the sentence A. Okay, so that's how you represent positive integer, non-negative, I guess, integers. And then you can build addition and subtraction and multiplication and division on top of that system. Let me note, you don't have to build subtraction separately from addition. Because supposing you have addition, you can ask questions leaving out, using as a variable any piece of the relation. So you would have a relation like that would be true for something like add 3, 4, 7. So notice the difference between a logic programming relation and a scheme function. The scheme function would be add 3, 4. That would be the question you ask. And you get the answer 7. In the query system, you ask the question, adds up to 3, 4, 7. And the 3 numbers would be like arguments to the relation. And what the relation tells you is, yes, that's the case. 3 plus 4 is 7, or no, it's not, if you asked it a question that was false. Okay? So your relation will have one more component to it than you're accustomed to in functions. Like take even parent. If we were writing a parent function in Scheme, it would be, well, let's talk about father and mother, where it's more or less unique, apart from exceptions. There'd be a function, parent, quote, Brian, that would return the answer, no, I'm sorry, father, quote, Brian, would return the answer, Leonard. Mother, quote, Brian, would return the answer, Tessa, and those would be unique answers. Note, by the way, in Scheme you say, quote, in front of constants. In this query system, you don't quote constants. Instead, you question mark variables. So it's sort of the default thing for a word to mean is a constant rather than a variable. And note also that these names of relations, they're just words. So here, in this rule, I put the relation first, but I didn't have to. I could have said rule, question mark old, parent, question mark young, and then the same thing further down. The query system itself really doesn't know anything about what's a relation and what's an argument to a relation. All it knows about is pattern matching. And it's really quite surprising that that turns out to be enough to do computing. And we'll talk more about that part of it on Wednesday, how amazing the algorithm is. Yeah? I'm sorry. Oh, yes, the order certainly matters. Yeah, absolutely. So for instance, earlier I put in 2 different kinds of likes, one infix and one prefix, and they didn't get the same results.